Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. We're still talking football with Coach Richardson. Coach, the UNCP defense answers the call after that 7-0 play by limiting North Alabama to just 72 total yards on the next 5 drives before the Braves get on the board with a 28-yard field goal by Connor Haskins. What is the mentality of your team at this point of the game, particularly from a defensive standpoint?
Well, I think what we did was we established really a momentum and a confidence of knowing that we could play with those guys. And a lot of the guys that came off the field in between series, they kept saying, "Oh man, they're not nothing." They're not that they weren't nothing, but hey, it's not anything that we haven't seen before, and they weren't world beaters. And hey, we can go out and do this, and we can play great against them, and it's nothing we haven't seen before. So it really gave our guys great confidence, I think, after those first couple series, and I think it just got us to a place where we know, hey, this is what's expected, this is what we can do all game long here, let's just keep doing it.
Well, North Alabama answers back on the next drive with a 37-yard field goal by Taylor Pontus. But Haskins delivers for you again right after the half with a career-long 50-yard field goal as time expires. What were some of the highlights of the team or of your halftime speech to your team?
Well, it was making sure that we were able to sustain the emotional energy that really we were going in the locker room with. And we had emotional energy in pregame and going into the first quarter, and then obviously with that field goal, really gave us a lift there. And the game was close and it was tight, and it could go either way at that point. And so we wanted to just really try to sustain that and know that, hey, you've got one half done. Let's do it for one more half and make sure that we get corrections made, adjustments made, and to be ready for some of the things that they might try to throw at us offensively, try to get some corrections on offense to try to move the ball a little bit better and put us in better position to score. But other than that, we wanted to keep the emotional energy high and knowing that we could definitely play with them, and let's just do it for one more half.
Well, a field goal attempt that would have brought the Braves to within a point goes off the left upright early in the third quarter, and North Alabama goes up by a touchdown later in the period with a 27-yard field goal by Pontus as we head into the fourth quarter. Your team and your coaching staff have to feel pretty good at this point in the game.
Yeah, it really did, and I think at that point, you forget about, oh, this is number 5, this is North Alabama, this is a playoff team from last year. These guys are supposed to be good, and now you let the natural part of coaching and playing and competing take over, and you want every play to just be great because you know that it has a chance to be, and our potential at that point was just really high, and we felt like we could really kind of keep the gas on, and we felt really good, of course, but we tried to continue to exude that confidence and try to encourage our guys to just stay with it and to stay focused. And that's normally how football games go. Is there's a team that really can hold up for the duration of 4 quarters, and there's a team that usually kind of slips or maybe can't hold up quite as much. And that's typically what happens. Which team can hold on and fight the longest and hardest and be more sound for that full 60 minutes.
Well, the Lions inevitably pulled away in the final period, first on a 62-yard touchdown pass to Delvin Carpenter, and then on a short scoring drive after a 3-and-out by the UNCP offense. What were some of the differences that you saw in your team from the fourth quarter as compared to the previous 3 periods?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit what I just hit on. I think fatigue maybe was a little bit of a factor. We had really shot a lot of bullets at them, for a lack of a better phrase, in the sense of our effort and just our mentality and making sure that we were just giving everything we could. And then, one mistake here or there, a lack of focus here or there, you're not quite as tight on your run fits, you're not quite as focused on your man, you're not quite as focused on blocking your man or running your route crisp or getting the right calls, and then, breakdowns start to happen. And then, of course, if they're big plays and they're evident that everybody can see, then sometimes that takes a toll on the momentum and the morale, and you got to just continue to combat that and try to put it all together for 4 quarters.
All right, well, we're going to take our next commercial break. When we come back, we're going to watch some of the highlights from the game on Saturday, so stay tuned.